Everybody knows what it's like sitting in your bed, 2 a.m., aimlessly wandering through your thoughts, and suddenly tragedy strikes, and you're forced to relive that awfully cringe moment from earlier in your life. Whether it was a joke you told in public, a down bad text you sent, that one time I got picked to play a basketball game at an assembly and was incapable of making a free throw shot in front of the entire school. We all have these cringe moments in our lives, but the truth is, no one actually remembers them, except for us. It's an individual experience that only we had to go through. This was until the rise of social media. Now millions of people every day are subjected to the absolute torment that is cringe, and what once was a one-off terrible experience shared by only your brain and conscience now becomes a moment shared by potentially millions. What could have gone entirely unknown to the internet suddenly becomes a cultural moment in time. Videos get made talking about you, people begin to investigate, and now, all of a sudden, your entire life is revealed and you've become the internet's newest lolcow. Although the infamy lasts only a short while, the damage will echo throughout the entirety of your life. Nova Online, Dofia Chu, World of T-Shirts, Daniel Larson, and now, the newest member, Tyler Catrastrophe. What up, your boy Tubby XL, aka your favorite big booty Latina, back at it with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the internet's newest punching bag, Tyler Catrastrophe. Before we get into it, just leave a like and subscribe. Now, before we begin, we must ask ourselves, who is Tyler Catrastrophe? Tyler is a relatively small TikTok creator who originally started posting in 2023, building his page around personal, expressive content rather than trends or high-production videos. His posts tend to focus on his thoughts, identity, and day-to-day experiences, giving his account a more raw and unfiltered feel compared to typical viral creators. Outside of TikTok, he's also tried to build a small jewelry business, which ties into his broader goal of becoming financially independent, eventually moving to the United Kingdom. At his core, Tyler wasn't someone who blew up overnight for polished content or a specific niche. He was documenting his life, his ambitions, and his perspective, which is part of what made the reaction to his later viral moments so intense. Tyler's goal of moving to the UK wasn't just some distant idea, it was actually shaping the kind of content he was making and the direction he saw his life going. Naturally, this pulled him closer to UK-based creators and artists, including the indie band Lovejoy, fronted by Wilbur Soot. Yeah, that guy. However, at some point, this turned into something more direct. Instead of just being a fan, Tyler decided that he would insert himself into that world. That's when he posted the video that would change everything. An audition-style clip where he essentially tried to pitch himself as the next potential addition to Lovejoy.
No idea if one of my favorite bands might want a second vocalist, but I do know I am crazy enough to ask. So hi, Lovejoy! Do you want a second vocalist? My name is Tyler Salona, I'm 26 years old, I live in Texas, but I'm trying to move to England anyway. I'm a massive extrovert, I've been performing since I was 10, and in 2019 I was actually a semi-professional vocalist, but then had to spend almost 5 years getting my voice back after losing it completely because someone hit me with their car. Through the sheer force of audacious determination, I now have my voice back and my vocal stamina.
Look, I'm gonna do the Macarena.
Anyway.
He told me that much and now he's dead. Told me to kill my indulgences with a sharp blow to the temple. Pick up the phone, call and do everything he says. I could take a plastic camera, we could make such a pretty picture. Oh so happy, oh so happy, I'm pretty cool.
If you're not familiar with the band that made this song, I'll quickly introduce you to Lovejoy. Fortunately for you guys, I've decided our dose of their music will come strictly through the dialect of Tyler, so we don't have to suffer twice. Lovejoy is a band from the UK, fronted by a once popular YouTuber, Wilbur Soot. I'll admit, I don't know much about him, or a lot about the allegations of abuse, but in short, his ex-girlfriend has come out and stated some things about being bit and how he didn't clean up after himself or something along those lines. We'll save that for a little later. For now, we're gonna delve deeper into Tyler's connection with the band Lovejoy, more specifically Wilbur's suit.
I have had a crush on Will Gold since 2019 when I heard him laugh in the background of someone else's video, and it felt like life itself leaned in to listen.
So instantly, we hit it off with a banger. Poetic, quite frankly. When I heard Tyler sing for the first time, it actually felt like death itself came in to choke me.
Which is really inconvenient for me because I'm very much a one soul at a time kind of person, so once I develop a crush, virtually no one else stands a chance ever. And at the time, I had just broken off a terrible engagement to a guy who didn't even fucking like me. And since then, I've only briefly dated one other person who was wonderful, but it didn't work out. And so in all of that time, regardless of how many people have tried and been interested in me, I have not been able to find the interest for any single one of them because I have a fucking crush on a guy I have interacted with once. And I don't even officially know his sexuality. That's a whole other thing. And I have tried so hard to move on from this, to let it go, because I want so badly for it not to cross over into parasocial territory. But in like the 7 minutes that we spoke to each other, one, every time we made eye contact, I thought my heart was gonna fucking burst out of my chest and fly away.
Oh, buddy. We are already there. Look behind you. It's 200 yards away. So hearing this guy's laugh has affected his ability to have relationships.
Whole thing that I would like to no longer have to deal with. And all of this is made worse because I have been recognized at every single concert I've been to in the past year and a half, including 2 of his. And I've been on the Lovejoy Nation podcast twice. So no matter how many times I try to sweep this out of the rug and move on with my life, there's always that little thing in the back of my head saying, there's a non-zero chance. Oh my god. So basically, the way I see it, I finally say fuck it. I make this video, I say it all out loud to the ether that is the internet. Worst case scenario, he sees it, he says, hey, not for me. I move on with my life, it's fine. I'm an adult, who cares? I'll take a no over uncertainty any day of the week. Neutral option, nothing happens. Oh well, I guess. Best case scenario, you know, because honestly, it doesn't matter what I'm doing any day ever for the rest of my life. If he was like, hey, do you want to get dinner or something? I say yes. Obviously, I'm delusional. It's
God says, if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body than for your whole body to go into hell. This low-key applies here too. Maybe if you're forming this obsession with his band and this one specific member off of a small interaction, you should stop going on their podcasts. Maybe stop listening to their music, which would be better regardless because it's kind of ass, and stop going to their concerts. It sucks to say, man, but there's simply just no way anyone from the band even knows or would recognize you. You form this attachment with them because you're always absorbing their media. Tyler is absolutely delusional and 100% in a parasocial relationship with someone who doesn't even know him. This kind of person doesn't just move on when told no. He's been shitposting for a while now, and once the audition video blew up, people dug deep. And that's when they found this video and some others we'll get into right after his response. To say the least, Tyler did not take the backlash lightly.
I said I have a crush on a guy in a band who I do not know and have met once. And because I was not strictly literal in a video that was for entertainment, I have somehow become the target of a weeks-long ridiculous smear campaign that frankly I don't want to understand. And while part of me knows that it's probably smart to just hope it dies out, it just keeps getting worse.
There is no such thing as a smear campaign on Tyler, at least not to my knowledge. The guy simply just can't stop sucking himself off. And people are poking fun at his not so great voice and stalker-ish behavior. This is all recent findings, and from everything I've seen so far, he's just a weird dude, but that's all on him. He's the one that posted his entire life online in 3 to 6 minute rant videos, not us.
So, I'm gonna say some shit. I am not the one stalking comment sections hoping to see someone I do not know. You are. I am not the one making fake accounts to stalk someone I do not know. You are. I am not the one making money off of lying and talking about someone I do not know. You are. I am not the one writing fanfiction and making edits and drawing fan art and using AI to make slop with people I don't know kissing. You are. I'm not the one pretending to be related to someone just to spread lies. You are.
I want you to keep in mind the comment, I'm not making money, lying, or talking about someone I do not know. Let's keep going.
I said that I thought a guy was hot and funny and interesting in a video where I was not strictly literal. And then I said that because I am confident and like myself, that maybe he would like me if he gave me a chance, if he was interested in men. Because again, I don't know his sexuality.
You can't say in this video you were exaggerating or not strictly literal with your exact intent when there are several other videos on the internet that would indicate otherwise. Before jumping into that, catch this self-indulgent vomit.
You plan to donate every single cent that you have made off of misrepresenting my character and using my name for views. To the ACLU, to Planned Parenthood, to the people of Palestine or Lebanon or the Congo or Sudan, to Indigenous or Black Lives Matter charities. You have a lot of options because frankly, every other problem on earth right now is bigger and more important than a guy who has a crush on another guy.
Anyone making money off this video representing him should be donating it to charities or other countries in war. Look at me. I'm a good person while you're the bad guy. How could you focus on my behavior when there's other problems you should be focusing on right now? Several things can be bad at once, and although there are several problems in the world right now, Tyler's behavior seems to align with a bigger issue as well.
Listen, I'm not a homosexual as far as I know, but look at him, look! What's a man supposed to do?
You know what I want in a relationship? Because I do. I've thought about it a lot. I've been consistently single for years. And it's not for lack of people trying, it's just the people I want haven't been trying. And unfortunately, I'm not allowed to try. I make bad decisions when I try. But now, I'm gonna put it out there. let the universe take it off my hands, alright? Then my hands are off the wheel. I don't drive, but I know what that means. I know I've said before that my type is tall, blonde, goofy musicians, and that is still very true. When it comes to the dynamic, like I want to be in a power couple, but I don't want to be the sole breadwinner, because I've done that. It's not fun for me. I want a man who I can create with. Music, art, opportunities, the list goes on. I am a maker of things who likes to share the making of the things. That's just me. Also, I want a man with ambition who actually acts on that ambition. I've been with too many guys who never act on their goals. It's not for me. Also, I want to be with a man who is successful on his own.
I think it's more than clear that it's more than what he's trying to imply it being in his response video. He's constantly tweeting about it, Reddit posts. He's made super old videos in the past. You can see in this video he literally doesn't even have the same haircut. And to be honest with you, nothing's really like implicative of illegal behavior or predatory behavior. I just think this guy's kind of weird is all. And to be honest with you, as long as he isn't hurting anybody. But this rabbit hole goes so much deeper, from $32,000 jewelry to potentially wanting to move all the way to England just to be with his King Wilbur suit. If you guys would be interested in me making a part 2, just like the video, comment. I'm trying to grow this channel, so I would love to make a part 2 and dive way deeper into this rabbit hole. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.